Welcome, welcome, welcome. Got the big bowl out tonight. Welcome, everyone. Come on in and join me. Take a breath, take a pause, take some time to focus your energy. We have a big energy week ahead. We really do. Come on in and join me. Terry Ann Hyman here. This is my Empowered Spirit Show, my energy focus for the week, where I come on live. We talk about the podcast and the focus of energy for us all with that energy above us in the cosmos. So, this week, pretty intense podcast, really good reflections for me, maybe a little triggering for some, but through the power of a pause, through slowing down and really looking at that deeper part, through creating a spiritual practice, I was able to really understand more and more about my energy and the subject of the podcast this week, Empaths and Narcissists. This is a very intense relationship, and it took me a long time to really understand what this relationship was all about. Through my spiritual practice, through meeting a spiritual teacher, I was able to come in and really start to understand my energy. So that's exactly what we talk about on this podcast. Once I discovered I was an empath, once I discovered, yes, I was married to a narcissistic person, I needed to do some deep work to really heal that relationship. It's hard. It's emotionally abusive, financially abusive. What else? Physically can get that way too. So in this podcast, hey guys, welcome. In this podcast, I speak with Raven Scott, who has the Raven Scott Show and has really dedicated a large part of her mission, her passion, to this subject of empaths and narcissists. And so we talk about it. What's an empath? What's a narcissist? Really kind of how you can never win with the narcissist. You know, what happens? Do we need to try and get out of it? Should you try and stay in it? Some really great questions, like why even should you even want to stay in a relationship with a narcissist? As empathic people, and even super sensitive, it can be really hard for us to really know those boundaries, but boy, can we learn a lot. We really can. So we talk about it. I do talk about my story, what happened with me, and how that moment when that power of the pause just came in, allowed me to stop, to look at what was going on in my life, and to recognize I wasn't paying attention to me. I really wasn't. So it was a big lesson, a big wake-up call, and today I'm very grateful to continue this work and help other people. So if you haven't listened to the podcast, definitely check it out. You can find it on all your podcast platforms. It can be a little triggering, but I do want to again say that a spiritual practice, going in and learning about yourself, going deep into the resources of your soul's work, you can find ways to move beyond this, to understand your energy, to work in the energetic field. All right, working with a group right now, monetize your energy. How do we work with the energy body to help us in our boundaries? Very important relationship, and very important for you to recognize, are you in this? Maybe it's not your partner, maybe it's other people at work, or maybe it's in your friends, or whatever it may be for you. We have so many different relationships, but now is the time to really look at this energy. And so, yeah, check out the podcast. Let me know what you think. Does this trigger for you? Have you learned about it yourself? Where does it show up, and what can you do? So definitely very interesting podcast with Raven Scott. Lots of shout out to her. We also talked about, almost forgot, we also talked about human design. Human design. Kika, do you know what your human design chart is? It's pretty fascinating. I'm a generator. And it's really fascinating. It's a very complex system of bringing in astrology and chakra system and the I Ching and Vedic and all of this energy in together to look at how you flow through life, to look at where those open centers are, to look at what you need to work on. Very fascinating. And she actually uses human design to help you understand your relationship through human design and how you can work with that to understand more of that empath energy. It's pretty fascinating. It really is. She offers, and there's a link on the podcast to her website, on my podcast page. She will do your human design chart for free, and she will help you understand better. Right? You don't know what your human design is? All right, check it out. You just have to go into the podcast, find the link, but you just need to know your birth time, where you were born, all of that information. You put it in, and they give you a chart, and then she has a podcast, her Raven Scott Show, that she has been going through. I think it airs on Tuesdays, and we might have already missed it, but you can always go back and listen to it, of the different centers, all right? Something that we talk about in human design, and it will help you understand more. And I will say, even next week, I'm bringing back Robin Wynn, who has written several books on Human Design. And one of my former teachers, Greg Towles, who is my pranic healing teacher and also pranic essential oils. So he's put the idea of essential oils to help us understand. And so as we talk about the podcast, like I have an open head center. That's like bringing in all that divine knowledge. And part of my work is to share those downloads, share those messages, but an open center can be too much. So it's like, use this essential oil, use this essential oil. Really fascinating. I love that the two of them came together. And so that will be next week, even more on human design. So go ahead and get your charts, look at it, find the link, sign up and download it. And then you can follow along with the podcast. And then even next week as we talk about it as well. So lots happening on the Empowered Spirit Show. And I actually think you might can use the link I posted on my Instagram to get their free Kindle book right now. They actually did get into a #1 status on Amazon, but they were offering the Kindle book of essential oils, human design and essential oils for free on Kindle right now. You might can still get it. Check it out. All right. And be sure to check out the podcast. Check out Raven Scott's work. So moving forward, this week is a big week. It really is. We're still Mercury retrograde. We've got the eclipse coming in. That full moon is going to be intense. It's in Scorpio. So you might have kind of gotten through the new moon eclipse, right? For me, it was like, okay, open up, move through it. But the full moon is in Scorpio. It's a little more intense. It's asking you to go deeper. It's asking you to get out of your comfort zone. So you might feel it. You might be going, what's going on? But the thing that I love to really think about, these 2 weeks that we're in it, especially this week as we build up, is what are you eclipsing out, right? Because we have this alignment of the planets, right? And the way in which the eclipse comes in, something is being eclipsed out. What can you work? How can you work with this energy? What are you trying to eclipse out and let go of? And that's the work we really want to do. And as we come into the fullness of light, the reflection of light shines on the darkness, right? And so it can bring stuff up to the surface. But this is where we get to do our work. This is where you get to say, okay, what do I want to let go of? Today I was at the medicine wheel, and my assignment, my ritual was to walk around the medicine wheel in each of the directions to find a rock and to really blow into the rock, because medicine wheels are cleansing. Cleanse out of me. All right, all this old energy, because I have lots I want to move forward with, new dreams, new possibilities. But if I stay stuck in the old energy, I can't do that, right? So it's like, do the ceremony, let go of what isn't serving, so I can, as we reach this full week, open up to my highest potential, put those dreams out there. All right, and it is a time to look at that. Eclipse hits on the nodes, the north and south nodes, and that's the idea of comfort zone, purpose. Where are you hanging out in? And if you're hanging out in the comfort zone and you're not really wanting to do your work, that's where you can struggle. That's where some of that reflection of energy come up. We also have Mercury retrograde in Taurus. So that's about relooking at your foundation, the physical aspects. That's what Taurus brings in. The money, the finances, how you set yourself up. So you might be feeling some of that as well. So it's not a time to go, oh no, Mercury retrograde. But okay, slow down, power and a pause, right? Look at what that foundation is for you. What do you need to redo, review, reshift, right? We got out of tax season, right? Laura, you can vow to that. But now you may be struggling with your finances. So where can you look at the energy of that? Money's another energy, right? We talk about it. Monetize your energy. How can you look at that energy force for you? Go back, redo. It's a great time to clean out the clutter. Mind clutter, spiritual clutter, physical clutter, whatever that clutter may be for you. That's what we do in the Mercury retrograde. And then we reach that fullness of the moon on Friday, about noon. About noon, if you're in the Energy Mastery, I'll be doing a full moon activation on Saturday morning. So it is a time to really notice your path. Now, May, we just will enter into May tomorrow. May, we have a lot of energy going on. All right, it's not going to be a quiet month, but you definitely need to do your work and need to stay grounded to move through. We'll come out of Mercury retrograde about the 14th. We do have some Pluto retrograde coming in. So all that expansion, we're going to go back and look at it again. But the thing to do, to remember, is Taurus is also grounding. Call in the elements, ground with Mother Earth. Know what your practice is. Know what you need to let go of, and don't be afraid to let go. All right? I know we all get into fear. I get into fear myself, and it's a practice that I have of getting rid of it. I do a lot of tapping. What's the fear? What's it about? I don't know. Just tap, right? And then I feel better, and I come into the present moment. And that's what we need to do, to pause, to slow down, to not rush into anything. Allow yourself this next week, 2 weeks, 14th, 2 weeks, to reflect, to let go of what isn't serving, and just to be ready to then move forward and open up to your highest capacity. That's exactly what this week is about. So take it easy. You may already be noticing your dream time at night. Maybe your sleep is interrupted. Notice the light of the moon. It's getting bigger and bigger every day, and then we have that big old full moon in Scorpio coming in for you to kind of work with. Scorpio asks you to go deep. It's the hidden resources. It can have a sting. All right, I got Scorpio rising. So yeah, it is that deep, psychic, intuitive energy. Where can you use that for your highest good? That's what we want to look at. All right, so let's just take a pause, take a moment, and breathe, and just notice what you can that you can eclipse out and what you want to open up into the higher sense for your own path, especially this week. So if you can, just take a moment with me. Finding something to set to light, or I'll do the lighting for you, as we call in the sacred elements, calling in the fire, activating the spirit, allowing it to turn into the element of air, as we call in the element of air, cleansing the mind, cleansing the space, calling in the element of water, opening the heart for the flow of light, of love, of the moon. Don't let those emotions get stuck. Don't let your emotional body get too full this week. Call in the element of earth, ground, release, let go. Taking another deep inhale and exhale. Calling in your energy, bring it all back from the weekend, centering. Calling in your spirit, feel that alignment right on top of the physical body. Feeling all your energy coming into you, helping you to focus, to be grounded on your path. Taking a deep breath. And as you exhale, coming right into the heart, right in the deepest part, feel that connection of your spirit and the greater spirit. Know that you are known, know that you are loved, feeling this energy right into your heart. Allowing for the masters, the teachers, the archangels, the spiritual beings, your guides, the crystal beings to come in all around you so that you can hear the messages for you. Taking another deep inhale, and as you exhale, begin to exhale what you want to release out. Energy follows intention. Let it go all the way down. Taking another deep inhale, breathing up the body, open your light. Radiating your light from your heart so that you can lift that vibration, shine with your purpose. Know that truth that you stand on. Taking another deep breath, exhaling all the way down. Sending this intention all the way around you for this week. Taking another deep breath. And just exhaling all the way down. Grounding, centering. And just for a moment before we close, I do want to mention we are moving into the Beltane. We're standing at the medicine wheel today. So where are you right in between that spring and summer energy? Where is that creativity and fertility for you? In that direction of the east. Halfway around that beautiful wheel, that one direction of the east. Taking a moment and just feeling the joy, the fertility, the abundance of newness, new inspiration. For the Beltane, for all my witches out there, for all the empowered goddesses. We do set up that beautiful ritual of our own life, our own beauty, our own fertility. Calling in to the east, the south, the west, and the north, above us, below us, right into the very center. Feel that power of your soul calling. Exhaling all the way down, grounding, centering. Feel that third eye focusing for you. Bringing the awareness back. Linking the eyes back open, coming back. Beautiful day today up at the medicine wheel. Beautiful, the wind and the elements, everything. All right, so our cards for this week, we start with kind of that like, okay, impulse. All right, so kind of what I was saying. It's the sun of fire. This is like that impulsive energy. We just want to strike out. But we're in retrograde and we have the eclipse. This is not really the time to strike out and be impulsive. It is a time to harness that energy, all right? But just careful of the actions this week, all right? As we move through this, notice what that impulsive energy is for you and how you want to proceed. But I'm going to say, like, reminding yourself, Mercury retrograde, eclipse energy, bring it to your awareness of energy. All right. And then as we move through the other cards, we have the Five of Air. So this is changes in the air. Five is change. Air is our mind. But this is also about you standing in your truth. So as you begin to notice what that impulse is, what that action is you want to take, know that it might call for you to stand in your truth, to not get caught up in the struggle of the mind, to let the old thoughts go, to know that things are up in the air, but you stand in your truth. Very powerful card. Then we have the Six of Water, water, the moon, the flow of energy. But this is also that unconditional love in your heart. This has got the innocence. Look at this. There's like an innocence of energy here. It's like a very faint outline of the beauty of the innocence of your own heart, either opening it, sharing it. But six is harmony, and water is that emotional flow, but it's reminding us of the essence. Let go of all those conditions of the heart that we have so that you can open up to your highest potential. We have the Two of Air, which I kind of laugh because, yeah, this can feel like right now with Mercury retrograde, your mind is in the clouds. It's hard to make a decision, but you don't necessarily have to make a decision right now. Use the retrograde energy in your favor. Review, go back over, ask yourself, double check. Because we don't really want to make decisions right now, especially big decisions, signing agreements and all. But you can allow yourself to start to get out of the clouds. Two is duality. Air is the mind. Recognizing when you are caught in the duality of your mind. All right, I didn't have any majors, so I actually drew two more cards to find that next major for us because we are in major energy this work. The next card, which I love, especially as we approach that full moon, is the Wish card. This is like the Nine of Water. A lot of emotions going on. More is coming in. What is that wish of your heart? What is that deepest desire? Time to put that out as the light is shining. Not only do we let go, but we open up to our highest capacity. What is your wish? Can you answer that question? Can you answer that question? Many times people can't answer that. What is your wish? Time to think about that as you move through this week. And then here's our major, the Magician. Be the magician in your life. You have the tools. Notice the sacred elements in your life. Notice how you can manifest from the heavens down to the physical realm. Be that magician in your own life as we move through this beautiful portal of energy. The universe wants to help push you through that portal as it opens. All right, so the cards again. Don't be too impulsive. Notice what your inspiration, the fire, the purpose is, but don't act too quickly because there's a lot of change in the air. Be able to stand in your truth, all right? Be able to stand in your truth. Find the innocence of that unconditional love for your soul, first and foremost. Not a time to have decision-making opportunities right now. Not a time to make decisions is what I'm trying to say. Get your head out of the clouds so that you can. Mercury retrograde will end on the 14th, so use this time wisely. What is your wish? What is the highest light you can open up to this week? And be the magician in your life as we move through these amazing portals of energy. Anything is possible. Eclipses are like roller coasters. What do you want to bring forward? All right, let me know how that resonates with you. Take a nice deep inhale. Let it settle. I'll be happy to pull cards for anybody. Announcements besides the podcast. Let's see. This week I actually have 3 spots left. I'm going to be doing a fun class at Ritual and Shelter. Yoga for Witches, energy yoga for witches, for the empowered goddesses. All right, check it out. 3 spots left in local Birmingham. And actually at the end of the month, I have a glamping retreat, just kind of setting it up. So we're going to do some medicine wheel teachings, and we're going to go over to Land of Bohemia and glamp and camp over there. Let me know if you want more information on that as well. All right. So here we go. All right, Marissa and myself and Kika as well, and Kenny too. All right, Marissa and Lori. Marissa, 7 of fire. All right, that's that passion and desire, and that's you standing in your light. Now, sometimes when we stand in your light, people will project out on us, all right? And so I feel like what this is also talking about, Marissa, is like, you know, like you got that award this week, and you got that energy, and you may feel some projection of energy. Who are you? Who are you? But this is your passion and your desire. You stand strong in your energy and hold that boundary so that people can see that inspiration and not feel the projecting energy on you. Many times people do this when they're trying to prove who they are or jealous, all right? But you stand in your fire and your purpose. It's okay when you have to feel like, okay, I am standing up here, but you are in that leadership role. Own it. Beautiful card for you. Mark, you got the 4 of water. So this is that emotional energy, noticing, I know you missed her. I know you did. But all love is there for you. It's all working out. Take some time for you. All right, gratitude. This is definitely a gratitude card with that water energy, the emotions, the heart, the love, and just take it all in. Just know that this gratitude is there. You have what you need, especially of the heart. Give her a big hug from me. So this is like a confirmation of gratitude for you. Glamping, right? I couldn't even get out of my mouth. Definitely. All right, Kika, this is for you. Kika, you got the Hierophant. All right, you are that guru. You are the one that has the keys, right? Like, hold that power for you. No giving your power away. Totally not. No giving your power away. You have the keys. Tells you to go deeper into your spiritual practice. Maybe get some spiritual help. Who knows? Maybe that's a good thing. Do a reading. Get some help. You know me. I'm a spiritual teacher. So I want to remind you to do your work. You have the power within you. All right, Kenny. Hi, Kenny. Welcome. Kenny, you got the Son of Water. So the Son of Water is someone that is a very loving person. They make sure everybody has what they need, which is a beautiful card for you to have this inspiration, checking everybody out. But I always do remind this, like, make sure your boundaries are there, all right? Like, make sure you take care of yourself too. Like, open up and share, but also make sure that there are some boundaries and that you take care of yourself so that that sharing doesn't become draining, okay? Let me know how that resonates. Lori, new beginnings, Ace of Air. So this is of the mind. All right, so now as you move through this week and through the eclipse, what is that new mindset for you? It's time to set that new mindset. This is actually a really fun card for you to think about right now. What is that new part of you that wants to come forward? And we do take the inspiration from Spirit, bring it into the mind to bring it out into the world. Definitely. All right. You're welcome, Marina. You're welcome, Mark and Marissa. Glamping is what we want to do for sure. Great cards. Thanks. You're welcome, Kika. Good to see you as always. All right. And definitely check out your human design. I'd be curious to hear what you are. It's very fascinating for sure. All right. Did I miss anybody? Let me know what you need. Let me know how that resonates with you. So as we go to close, take a moment. Recognize your path right now in this eclipse season. These portals of light opening up for all of us. Inhaling and exhaling. Grounding your energy, coming back to that focus, your intention set for this week. Gratitude for the Spirit. Gratitude for that connection with the greater Spirit. Gratitude for taking some time for you. Finding that pause and noticing that power that you have within you. Be empowered. Inhaling and exhaling all the way down, deep into the earth. Coming back, opening the eyes, feeling centered and focused for the week ahead. To your spirit, thanks for joining me. Namaste.